We are all here to make profits, and investing in an innovative technology makes us stand tall compared to all other asset holders with our outstanding technology, because trillions of dollars is going to flow through the payment platform
that could touch 30 or 50 million households. It's not a simple application of blockchain. It's a blockchain application that could transform the movement of trillions of dollars of payment. There are fintech companies we'll partner with, fintech companies we'll buy from in order to brand capabilities in the marketplace.
So they will partner with fintechs, they will buy from fintechs. So in our aspects, they're buying our software to use the Ripple net. Now, why is that so important? Because if they don't do that, they will be disrupted. And it is not only me saying that. In the opinion of these giants, they also think so. Because if you actually listen to them, you can actually understand that.
When it comes to fintech and disruption from competitors, there's no question that we have to be very agile and nimble in order to ensure that we evolve in the marketplace in a way that we are serious competitors for those who would try to disrupt our business.
If you see value in the video, please do hit the like, subscribe, and the bell notification icon to get notified about the future videos. So if you believe experienced guys, experienced investors, you will get this quick words of wisdom. To stay strong, you have to understand what's happening behind in terms of the fundamentals and how the market is actually changing. And you also have to look at the charts. Why so? Because looking at the charts, I can see some fluctuations coming soon. We were actually bouncing from the 50-day moving average. Now that we are close towards the 20-day moving average, there is a chance that we can see the fluctuations soon. Welcome to the Scientific Investor channel, where we talk crypto and science behind investing. We are talking about the technology leading to new economy, which is run on internet. Now the economy running through your devices needs interoperability to do so, because the research work is actually clarifying that. If you actually go through that, they are actually looking at internet peering and interoperability, not only in one aspect but in multiple aspects. So the interoperability which we are talking here is valid.
Interoperability is useful in itself to reduce monopoly, but interoperability enables something much bigger. I call it the Internet of Payments, where digital money flows as easily and fast as digital information today on the internet.
This is something which is going to happen in the near future, as the revolution has already started years ago. Now we are nearing the critical phase of the evolution. And listen to this video and I'll explain why I think so.
Digital assets can have any exposure to financial market intermediaries, things like settlement finality. These are all starting to develop, and I think larger banks at the moment are starting to look at this in a more serious way. And obviously, as these rules and standards come in, I believe we'll see much greater adoption beyond payment providers globally.
So liquidity flow. Remember, instant liquidity flow and settlement is important now, because the engine of commerce is being replaced with an efficient and scalable tool. Now, why we say that? We can actually see this thing from Deutsche Bank, and in that one you can actually see in the settler you have XRP and Swift. Remember, Swift, yes, it has 11,000 financial institutions, but it's a one-way messaging platform, so they work like, Swift messaging system plus banks liquidity. So that's how they actually do that. But with RippleNet and XRP, it's a two-way messaging combined with the settlement, which happens instantaneously. So that's the reason why, the huge guys are actually coming in, because when you actually see that, MasterCard is already looking at this, and they have a network of networks of payments and are now looking at the efficient settlement tool, which has the scalability and the liquidity. And for that, they are actually looking at R3, which itself has a settlement asset as XRP. Now, it's not only XRP they have as a settlement tool, I agree, but looking at the scalability along with the liquidity, it will be the choice. Now, is that it? No. IMF has again came up with this new report. You can see it came on April 22nd, highlighting the need for liquidity and the change of existing financial system, showing the relationship of central banks and how they need to be stronger now in this crisis, and that through the technology of liquidity. And at the same time, you can actually see some are actually highlighting that dollar can be actually dethroned. Now, it will be interesting to see how this turns out, because the aim of XRP is not to kill any fiat. This is being recently, highlighted as a ripple suing YouTube for failure to stop all those scam running through, the giveaways, send this much, I'll send you this much, blah, blah, blah. Guys, if you see something, don't even click, don't even look at this, just skip that. Now, this is the next one article showing that money is gonna come into the crypto because the traditional markets are kind of collapsing and getting so volatile, and investors have already taken out their profits. They got their profits, so now they are going to move that profits somewhere else. And when we actually look at the charts, say for example, yesterday we highlighted that the MACD on a daily is looking like it's going to cross to the downside, and if you actually zoom in close, you can actually see that it has already happened. But the good news here is it's still in the positive territory, and you can see the MACD volume bars is in negative. So that means there's a little bit of time left. It will actually correct back in. You can see times when it actually went through a long cycle and came up. But at the same time, you also have something like this. But what you have to keep in mind is this time when it came back soon, the volume this came up soon was here. You can see that this was in the positive range, and when it took this much time, it was in the negative range. So hopefully we are right now in the positive range, and that gives a little bit of correction time and we may move to the upside. Now, as we discussed in our previous video, we actually saw that in a 3-day chart and a weekly chart. We can actually see that in a 3-day chart, the MACD has already crossed to the upside. Now, yes, it is in the negative territory there, but at the same time, we are being resisted by the 20-day moving average. So once we break above the 20-day moving average, we'll be soon moving to the 50-day moving average on a 3-day chart. And if you actually zoom out and look the same on a weekly chart, you can still see that the moving averages are a bit far. So chances are that we can actually reach around 0.21, and if we do so, then at the same time the MACD will be crossing to the upside. So keep an eye on the price, because when all these are happening, research work is going on behind this, and behind the screens things are actually happening. So be ready. Price can actually fluctuate in both ways. I agree, in a shorter time it can go down, it can go up, but if you're strong enough, price is not what it matters in the short term. Yes, profit does matter. We are here for the profit, but we are here for the profit because of the technology itself. As we just started saying this, right? If you want to build the wealth, then the greatest wealth is created by being an early investor in innovation. So stand tall on your initial investment. You will be mocked, you will be ridiculed and criticized by many, but if you are sure about it, it is worth it. If you see value in the video, please do hit the like, subscribe, and the bell notification icon to get notified about the future videos. Help the channel grow, reach out to more of our community members.